Hi, and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy evening to join me. I really do appreciate that. Tonight, I want to talk to you about something that is really important to me, just because it is, in fact, the only sort of experience that I know of, and life is really weird sometimes. It's that first-person POV that'll get you. You feel me? It's sort of just like we all are experiencing different things, but more or less, we all are experiencing the same thing. None of us are NPCs. We're all our own main characters. Being a main character in your own story, there's nothing wrong with that. That makes sense. So, that being said, I want to talk tonight about how personal vlog diary entry excerpts have been really helpful to me over the past 10 years, and how I don't really know where I'd be without them, and just how being 38 years old, humbled and alone is not quite something that I thought I'd be. But seeing as though that's the reality, I'd like to share some anecdotal advice as to how not to end up like me. You feel me? It's really easy to be a comedian, or to make fun of yourself, or to put a mask on and be a great actor, because life is tragic. Comedy is a tragedy. Things that happen to us oftentimes are so sad that unless somebody like your boy here is able to try and put a sick spin on it, it might just be a really bad time for all of us, and that's just because not everybody has that in them. A lot of the time people are very reserved. They're very into just being normal, and then there's a few people like myself, and people that you see, and people that you watch, people that create, people that perform, that are different. Our main character syndrome is like that real main character syndrome, as opposed to an individual being their own main character in their own story, and that not being construed as like the negative kind of main character syndrome. I'm almost 40 years old, and I am a pretty goal-oriented person. Even when I'm not doing a bit, or I'm not making fun of myself, I really try to make goals, set them, and accomplish them. This has been something that I find I'm pretty decent at, because I've been doing it a very long time, and it doesn't take a genius in reality to be good at something when you've been doing it for so long, and I just think that personally, I'm a terrible person to those people that matter the most to me sometimes, and it really bothers me, because I'm not really sure how to address this situation without ever just being always humbled and alone. And I say this because, I'm a vulnerable guy. This is a part of the bit, is Albert peeking his little head out into the character sometimes and sharing some very personal, reflective feelings that I'm currently going through at that time, and I don't have any regrets about that. I'm always very careful about specifics and stuff, and I just would like to know how my life is going, and I look back on all of my videos that I'm currently republishing, the thousands of them, and, for the most part, professionally, I have been able to do okay for myself. I have wonderful opportunities year-round in so many different states, in so many different cities, to go and be a part of different kinds of film, stream, you name it, commercials, anything that has to do with having to stand there and just do nothing and look nice. Seriously, that's what it's been, at least, right? Because I haven't had an opportunity to have a speaking role or be a recurring cast member that's like that gets credit, for doing that and stuff. And I hope to do those things. That's why I'm doing what I do now, and again, that's different. My professional goals and the fact that I'm able to achieve them, is entirely different than me being able to set goals for my own personal self, achieving them, and then completely not being able to enjoy them because I'm in the middle of destroying them. This is a personal vlog diary entry excerpt, so this is appropriate for this vlog. I really am humbled and alone, and I did not think that I would be like this. There's a reason why I've reiterated this twice now. It's a rhetorical device in this speech. Just follow me. I do think that moving forward, I have to be better at not destroying the things that matter the most to me, because a guy like me will achieve all of whatever he sets out to do in his own personal life, but have nothing to show for it, nothing that actually matters. No girl, no wife, no family, you feel me? And like, I'm a man, like, I want those things, and I want to be honest when I get those things. And that's the biggest part of what I've been trying to work on in my 30s, is like trying to be really comfortable with myself and super honest with women. And it's worked out for me until it hasn't. And now I find myself in a situation again where I'm real sad all the time, and it doesn't matter like what I do or how cool of an opportunity I get. There's always this lingering thought on my mind of how much of an asshole I can be to those people that matter the most to me in my life. And I gotta sit here and tell you that, like, I'm genuinely sorry. You feel me? That, like, I don't realize that I'm destroying everything until it's too late, kind of a thing. The problem with what's happened most recently to me now is that I can't let go, and there'll be people thinking certain things. Obviously, everyone, you feel me? You have your own sentience, you'll have your own thoughts. That's cool. I respect that. I do watch other people give extemporaneous and improvised speeches to themselves in their car, usually while they're eating some Sonic or doing a mukbang. But I mean, I'll mess with anything that I think is enjoyable. I'm real sorry. I did not understand at the time that what was happening to me was real. Again, being a goal-oriented person, it's almost as if you treat your life like a script, and you can't get away from that constant just need to have a script to follow, because otherwise, you end up doing things like this in your free time in random places in Albuquerque while people drive by your car really slow. I'm just sort of like, this is the reality of my life. It has been for a long time now. We've gone through a lot of things, and in that entire time, I've not gone through something like this. I royally effed this up, and there's nothing I can do about it, and it drives me crazy. So don't do those things. If you're a goal-oriented person in your life and you find yourself accomplishing your goals and getting what you dream of and what you wish for and what you ask for, like, when all of that stuff happens, enjoy it, Like, don't just treat it as if it's just some sort of sidebar on a script that you received and you're rehearsing for, because that's just another thing that you need to do to get through your day so you can move on to the next kind of a thing. Like, don't be like me. You feel me? Seriously. Because you'll find out real quickly that you can be 40 real soon and sitting here doing this, you know what I mean? All while I'm completely comfortable. Like, this, I enjoy doing this. This is what I want to do. We're doing this now. I mean, that's been the plan the whole time. But I mean, in and of itself, you're looking at a tore up man who could be sitting here as the happiest man in his own personal life as a result of all of the hard work and stuff that he does off camera to try and make himself happy. But that's not the case, because in the last 6 weeks, I have single-handedly destroyed something that mattered so much to me that for the past 6 weeks, I've not been able to do anything like a normal person. Not eat, not sleep, not talk, not do anything. And it's all my fault. And the problem is like, I'll keep making it worse. You see what I'm saying? So I've put myself in this situation where now I'm just trying to stay busy and work all the time. And that helps. It really does. But it still doesn't change the fact that I fell in love with somebody who was my dream person in every which way possible. And not only did I destroy that, I've now gone out of my way to go back to the scene and destroy the scene after the fact. You know, like, that's some evil, messed up stuff to do. And I can't be sorry enough for myself as a person, you know, as it concerns my most recent inability to just goddamn listen to somebody that really, really cared about me. And had I just done that, as I'm telling you now, then maybe your life will be different. Maybe it will be that life that you worked so hard for, and it won't matter if you do so well in your personal life or your professional life that you completely destroy your personal life. You can have a little bit of both. You feel me? Trust me, I knew of that feeling for like 2 weeks recently, and it was unbelievable. It was absolutely surreal. And that's because I finally found it with somebody that I really, really enjoyed being with, and that I really, really have gone out of my way now to just make a complete ass of myself. So, being humbled and alone, follow my advice, because otherwise you might end up like me. Hey guys, I really appreciate you watching all these videos and stuff. Like, seriously, view count's about to go up a lot. You know, a catalog of thousands of videos here on YouTube, even with just a handful of those videos performing, you know, a little bit well, we're well on our way to having more people be able to experience vicariously the life and times and the world of Valbert as it concerns his journey right on up to other larger things that I absolutely intend on accomplishing in my now later adult life. I've spent the first part of my life basically doing nothing, you feel me? Trying real hard to run away from responsibility and, you know, obviously in the process, hurting a lot of girls and a lot of, me, you know, a lot of my own feelings too. Seriously. Like, and I didn't mean for any of those things to happen. Seriously. And I'm really sorry. I'm beginning to understand that I need to just be better at not being so combative as it concerns accepting that another person may like me, you know, and not doing all of what I can to make sure that they end up hating me, which is something I'm too good at. So that's all, you know. Wanted to get a little bit off my chest. It sucks not talking to her, you feel me? Just because, like, I'm so used to talking to her, and the problem is like, I've never been able to express that, and when I do, you know, like, I just end up saying stupid shit. Like, seriously, you know, it was bad, and I don't know why I just couldn't listen to her. Seriously, this is gonna be something that will forever I'm bamboozled, you feel me? Like, seriously. And that's the worst part about this. And I'm all alone, you feel me? This is what happens when you mess around, my dudes. Like, you find what you're looking for and more, like, seriously. And then for no reason you destroy it. I don't know. So hopefully I can at some point in my life be able to have another opportunity to do something like that again. with her. Oh God, I'm such a simp. Albert, stop. I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening. Seriously. If this were some simpish stuff, I wouldn't be sitting here still talking about this girl. You can bet. For real, for real. There's been way too many girls that have come and gone during the course of this now almost 10-year program to say that there really isn't some strong data to indicate that, like, I'm really tripping on this one and that I'm so freaking sorry. Like, and I wouldn't talk to me either. You feel me? Seriously. Are you crazy? You know, that's what I'm saying. So, like, I get it. I hope that you guys have a really good night. Thank you for being part of my life. Seriously, we're about to welcome tens of thousands of other people. You feel me? So, it's been nice doing this with you guys. Seriously. I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you real soon, alright? Bye.